Goldfinger had goofy stuff, right? It didn't necessarily have stupid stuff. Goofy and stupid are related, but they're not the same thing. Goofy is stupid, that's fun, and still makes sense. Stupid is just stupid. And there are certain things in this movie that, again, if you don't think about it too much and you just love Bond like we all do, you just go along with it. But some of the things I noted was like the bad guy hiding in Angelo's room, right, was Count Lippy. And it's like this red herring where it's like, here's Count Lippy. But then a guy attacks through the window. And it's like, why did a guy attack through the window? Like, that was he called there? Was he just there? Like, was he waiting for Bond to get on the phone? I get that they didn't have Count Lippy do it because then they could have a scene where Count Lippy tries to kill Bond, but then Fiona kills Count Lippy. But like, why didn't they let Count Lippy kill Bond first and then have Fiona kill Lippy? And then why does Fiona then just dump her entire motorcycle into a random lake? And then what does she, like, call a cab? Does she, like, walk home? Like, certain things where it's just like, I guess that makes sense, but it doesn't. And then even nitpicking stuff, like, I want to go home with Domino, right? I want to have Domino take me in her boat to the shore. So, hey, my assistant girl, keep turning this key. But then Bond goes and unplugs the motor, and then he's like, the motor's not working, but like, just say the motor's not working.
That scene is so cheesy.
Fiona's death, you know, she's like, hey, Bond, why don't you come with us? And it's like, just usher Bond out. Have those guys usher Bond out. Or maybe Bond's going to fight them or make a scene.
So why does she have to go
walk up and like shoot him in the head? But instead, they have that slow pistol that's just going to fire into a crowd. Right? It's just going to fire into a crowd of people. And then, you know, if you don't think about it that hard, all of us are Bond fans, so we'll give Bond a pass on its stupid stuff and we just laugh at it and enjoy ourselves. But if you do hold it to those points, this movie just slowly starts to drift below Dr. No, where Dr. No doesn't have all that shit. I mean, even the Three Blind Mice, which is like, we pointed out how ridiculous it is. We're still like, but f it. They still triumph in the end. You know what I mean?
Charlie, you could say this movie sinks to the bottom.
You could.
But Charlie,
out,
you did say,
leave.
So you did say, like, I actually wrote that down, the Fiona, how she dies, because that whole sequence, right? The beginning of the sequence, again, it's another convenience thing. It's not a big plot convenience, but it's a little like, how does Bond get out of the sequence? And in other films, Bond uses his intelligence to figure out how to get out of things by his surroundings. But it just so happens in the sequence, a drunk comes up with alcohol, and she just so happens to be smoking a cigarette. So what does Bond do? He breaks the glass and creates a distraction. But, like, it's just like the writers trying to come up with an idea, like, oh, like, if
they
were
wrote
because why is the guy so insistent?
Get out of here! Can't harm you, man.
Drink my booze.
Then when we get that scene you were talking about with the gun and how stupid it is, I think it's a convenience thing where it's like Bond swishes her in a way to make her a human shield just at the right moment. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. In a movie with $9 million, couldn't you have come up with a better idea than just a gun that comes up from a curtain? Like, I get it that we go, oh, gun, bad thing. But this is James Bond. Can't they do something a little more fun than just a gun? Like, can't they have, like, somebody with a poison needle that's going to prick Bond and and Bond turns her into the needle? Like,
that would have been great,
that's a little more spy-esque than firing a gun that doesn't even have a silencer into a crowd.
And that moment was so drawn out. Just
they do it.
Gun sitting, gun, drums, gun, drums.
The guy's literally waiting for the drums to finish.
Drums.